Hi, it's Nika from Fabulous to Creative. Welcome back to my channel. Today I am doing week 4 in my Project Life album. Well, this is the right side of week 4. And I am just jumping right in with that first card. I'm actually going to journal on this card, but I wanted to use that good morning, so I'm just cutting up that Project Life card. And that card came from the Echo Park. What was the name of that kit? The Creative Agenda kit. Like, I have a few bits left from that kit. And I'm just cutting out, like, it has little sun rays, so I'm just cutting those spaces out. And my color scheme for this week was kind of like purple and black, but purple is not a very common color for scrapbook supplies. So after digging through my stash, I don't think I had anything to match. So I'm just doing like a little watercolor card. And normally I don't do too much mixed media and Project Life, but I just didn't have anything that would match this layout. And I'm just using my water brush. I think I do like two cards, and I settle on one. And I'm not doing nothing too complicated. And I was trying, like, I know I wanted the purple to be darker on the bottom, but I'm not sure if I'm not sure which of these cards I wound up using, because I wanted it to be like darker at the bottom, and then, you know, it gets lighter. And I am not the best at watercolor. But I mean, I don't know, with watercolor you can't really mess up. You know, if you do mess up, you just add more water. And I think I ended up using, like, the second one, it had more, I don't know, it was just a smoother, like a smoother blend between the two, you know, the different purples. So I am drying it with my heat tool, and this is one of the reasons why I don't do too much mixed media. See how that card is bent up? Like, that bothers me. So I'm just going to mount it on another piece of cardstock, just to straighten it back out. I know it doesn't matter, like, once it's in the pocket it won't matter, but like, I just hate that warped card. I'm just mounting it to an old Project Life card. And I don't know, I like the effect of my little watercolor treatment. And that cut apart, I'm just going to glue that at the bottom, and then I'm going to put my journaling at the top. And I had that little vellum journaling spot, but I don't think I end up using it. I just wrote directly on it, because I figured if I put the vellum over the watercolor, I would lose the effect. And I'm just testing out, because I wanted to do my journaling in purple also. So I'm just testing out, like, which marker would work on this watercolor. And I was just journaling about starting a new morning routine. I think this is week 4. We're now in week 17. And that morning routine, it stuck for a few weeks, but like, I think I may start it back up for the summer. And I still do part of my morning routine, but at the beginning of the year, like, I would get up and I would go in I would spend time in my craft closet, like, each morning before I left out, and I would just go over my planner, do my affirmations for the day. So I'm not doing the full routine. And for my journaling, I was just writing that it just did wonders for my mood. Like I was just in a better mood when I did that each morning. And I put that glitter sticker, I put it on the bottom, and I put it too close to the bottom, so I had to cut a part of the Y, and I'm just gonna put the other top just right on top of the pocket, because I figured that would be easier. That would be easier than trying to pull it back up, because once it's stuck on the photo paper, it does not come up without ruining either the photo or the sticker. And that other picture is just a shot of some supplies in my craft closet. I didn't add anything to that card. I felt it was kind of self-explanatory, and it really didn't have a story to go along with it. And this card will be a filler card, and both of these two patterns come from the Amy Tangerine. I think it's the Finders Keepers from that 6x8 paper pad. And that pattern is kind of busy, so I'm just putting a piece of vellum, putting some vellum over it to kind of tone the pattern down just a little, but I still get like that purple. And I started lining the edge with a marker. I think I go back once I glue it down and finish lining the edge, or I added more to the edge once it was finished. And I'm just doing that so you could kind of see the separation between the card and the vellum. And that's one thing I'm kind of excited about, since I have switched to the 9x12 album. I get to do filler cards. Like, I didn't get to do many filler cards when I did the 6x8 Project Life. So I'm kind of excited about that. And I'm just layering a piece of this, I guess it's like tissue paper, or that gift wrap paper. I'm just putting that underneath this card. And that sticker is from one of the Happy Planner books. I'm not sure which sticker book it is, but I get most of those Happy Planner sticker books, and I use them mostly in Project Life. I don't really use them too much in my planner other than the mini one. And for this card, this is just a picture of my planner. This is when I first started getting the hang of the mini Happy Planner. I was just so excited about it. And this paper also comes from the Amy Tangerine, that Finders Keepers. I'm not sure if I don't think I add vellum to this one. And I kept trimming it down because I wanted like a little of the, I don't know, kind of like the edge of the paper to peek out. Okay, and I do add vellum just to make a match. And that's a tip. Like, if you ever have any patterns that are, just either the color is loud or the pattern is very busy, you can always just add some vellum on top, and it'll tone down the pattern. And like you can still see the pattern underneath, but it's not so bright. And I'm just adding a little tag that I'm slowly becoming obsessed with my mini Happy Planner, because last year I did a traveler's notebook. And the way I do my planning, I normally stick to a planner for about 6 months, and then I feel like I need to change again. And lately I've been watching traveler's notebooks videos, so I may change again. I'm not sure. But for me, Project Life is like my project that I stick to. I've committed to it. But my planning, I kind of just move. I move all around. Just whatever is fun for the moment. And that tag, it did have like a shiny edge, a shiny surface to it. And I wasn't sure if that marker, like if it was going to smear or not. So I had my heat tool out. So I just dried that marker with it. I felt like that card just needed a little something. And sometimes it's like just a tiny little something that just completes everything. So I add that little tiny EXO sticker, and I think I add one of these stars from that Heidi swap. It's like a glitter word stickers. I'm not sure what to actually call them. And that is it for my layout, because the last card, or that last picture, is just a picture of my husband's superhero comic shelf or whatever. So I left that card blank because I want him to add to the story. And I may do a flip through so you can see, because it goes with the story from last week. But I hope you enjoyed this video, and as always, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will see you guys next time.